Welcome back to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. It's episode 39 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, straight off the back of the last episode, the rather large ploughing contract that I took on field 77. I thought I'd get that done. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but just I'm doing it. Look, it's here, and this will pay out quite nicely. I've got another one popped up as well, which I'm going to do after this. It has just gone 8 in the AMs here on Riverbend Springs. I've cleared all the grass from around the farm that I had mown. And I did all of the stuff that I left some bits, obviously. I haven't did everything. Did a few strips around here, but what it has done, it has uncovered all the stumps that I couldn't find when I did all the stumps before. When I cut the trees down, because the grass was long, I came back and couldn't find them. I say it's uncovered them all. I could have sworn I found more. Anyway, there's a couple at least. I need to get the stump grinder because there's a stump over by the biogas plant that needs sorting. I have put 2 more loads of silage into the biogas plant to make sure that's chugging away. So that's going fine. Well, there's at least a couple here anyway that need to be done. There's one over there, so I will get a stump grinder and we'll get those out. I already did 45. I had an incident. You remember way back right at the start when I took stones off of a field and I piled them up here? And I picked them all up and put them into the silo. I obviously didn't pick them all up. And I had a problem. I went round and I cleared a load of grass. I think I had about 8,000 or 9,000 litres of grass in. Came across here and it hit the stones. It picked the stones up and cleared the grass that was in there. I've missed a bit. I think I might have missed a bit over here as well. It doesn't matter, to be fair. We've done most of it. So yeah. So I'm probably down 8,000 litres, something like that. But anyway, I've already unloaded about 45,000 litres, I think it was. And we've got just under 100,000 here. So I can't remember what I did the first time. But I know when I did my testing, I did find... I did that video a while back when I did the difference between standard grass and meadow grass. And whilst there was a difference, it wasn't huge. It wasn't as big a difference as I thought it was going to be. So to be fair, the time it took me to plough it, to seed it, to make sure it's fertilised, that's something I was going to do. I said in the last episode, I'm going to lease a roller and do grassland care. So I will do rollering. We have got our main field we're going to do. Hopefully I'll get that on this episode. And we're going to get some tedding done on there. But for the time being, that's done with. Don't need that at the moment, so we'll drop that there and come and collect that later on. What else was I going to do? Oh yeah, the capacity. The capacity on that, because I had so much to do and I thought I'm not going backwards and forwards. I know people will be cross, but I'm not doing 18,000 litres at a time. I changed the capacity. We added a little black hole into it to make sure that it would hold everything. It just makes life a little bit easier. So I did that. What else are we going to do? Drop that off. Oh yes, we've got 2 harvest contracts. We've got the wood transport, which I always have one on the go, and 2 harvest contracts. One I took on for red beet, and the other one is for parsnip. And the piece of equipment we have been given to do the operation with, this is not looking good, is I think it will do both. And it has capacity. I don't like the DeWolf that doesn't. Has anyone else noticed? It's not just me, is it? I know it used to happen a lot on 22. If you've got mods installed, sometimes the contracts will use modded vehicles, not just base game stuff. So I've got a modded thing. 2. Did I put that at the start? Yes. I had 2 ploughing contracts. The one on field 77, which paid 16,000 something, and then I had one pop up for 6,000 something. And talking of those contractual obligations, there's our 2. There's our red beet, there's our parsnip, and then we have got here one for sorghum, another for red beet, and one for green beans. That pays out quite well. Having some green beans would be quite handy. So we're just waiting on spring onion. If you didn't watch the last episode, we were talking about legacy, and we were talking about yeah, and it's kind of just fit. We put in a preserved food factory, the ones without buildings, by A20K, I think it is. So we're doing kimchi, we're doing spinach bags, we're doing jarred green beans, I think it is in here. But for the kimchi, we're just missing spring onions. So the last episode, we put in another greenhouse, a large standard greenhouse, because our hydroponic ones don't do certain crop types. So yeah, so we've got a few running now. And once I've got some more stuff there, we'll get the kimchi running as well. We've also got a canola field which is ready to harvest. So I'm going to go and grab the harvester. I don't know if that's a big enough field to try this thing out. That's a good point, actually. Can you? No, wrong place to be pressing that button. I can do it on your vehicle, can't you? Can you hire a worker? Yeah, you must be able to. Skip rows and hire a worker. So we'll get the canola field done first, then we'll head out. We might do the red beet one first. I'm not going to obviously show the whole harvest because I think they're going to take a little while to get done. So this is going to be another one of those ones for me. It's going to take a little while for you. It shouldn't be too long. I also had an accident. I was mowing. I was happily mowing away. I had to move my little log pile because my log pile was right here, and it was over the bit where I'd done grass. So I just moved my log pile over a little bit. Yeah, I came round here with the mower, and I caught the edge of the field, and it mowed. Look, it mowed my canola. All that hard work, it took a chunk out of my canola field. Warning, people, warning. Mowers is dangerous. So, depends whether you watch my mod reviews or not. Depends if you've been paying attention to the very different things that have been happening. Let's open that up. Carmston Farm has had it's now called something else. Is it Oakbridge Farm? Yeah, I think it was Oakbridge it changed to. I was doing my mod review yesterday, and DJ had said there was a long story behind it. I wasn't sure what was happening when I did my mod review, and then I thought, you know what, I'll do some digging this morning. So when I got up, I thought I'll go on, went to Auction David's hub thing on Facebook, and there was a whole chat, and apparently, I'm assuming this is the correct answer, Scroft had commented on there, and Scroft has been doing testing for Auction David on Carmston, Oakbridge, whatever it's called now. Apparently, loads of people have been turning up at Carmston Farm to take photos, going onto the farmer's land and stuff like that, and I think they're a bit annoyed. But I think that it's that thing of, I totally understand why. I'm not in any way slighting Auction David at all, because if they've got in touch with him and said, look, this isn't on, you need to do something about it. So the only thing you can do is change the name of it. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the farm still exists, and that's the thing. It's kind of funny in a way, not funny there's people turning up, and the problem is it's always going to be those people that spoil it for others. That you can go, anybody can go anywhere. You know, if enough people are doing it, it gets annoying. But the thing about it is, so it's been changed on the mod hub, which kind of made me smile in that weird thing of changing the name in the mod hub will obviously just erase everyone's memory. You won't remember if it's like Men in Black. They've just held the thing up in front of you, and everyone's memory is just boom. Everyone will completely forget what the map was called before. But I get it. I totally understand why it makes sense, you know. Right, so what we're going to do, go on to here. So 6 metre auto, work the headlands, start with skip lines. How many lines do we want to skip? Just one, I suppose. So what we'll do, we'll get this on the field. I haven't tried this yet. That's what I said I was going to do. Because what we do, we're doing it on a bigger field. I don't know where it's going to go now. I have no idea what it's doing. I'm not the only person that's found this, have I? Workers just seem to go off and do their own thing. They do go in some very weird places and positions. And the point behind the skipping lines is you can either... Well, I say you can either. I haven't tried it. You can hire a worker and skip lines, so the worker will skip lines and then you can go on and you can harvest the other lines. So we are running 2 at a time. But there's somebody had messaged me a while back and said, can you still hire multiple workers in the same field like you used to be able to? And like I said, I used to just, I would send them off on different angles to do different parts of the field. And the thing about this is, I'm not sure how this is going to work with multiple workers. And again, it will probably be easier on a much bigger field, because you always used to get that point where you'd get partway through the harvest or near the end of the harvest and your harvesters would come together at some point. They would reach a point where they were, they were touching. But I've got to work out, if I hire a worker now, will that automatically know it's going to skip lines and do the opposite lines, or is it going to do the same lines? If I just go here, for example, hoping it's going to skip lines, where's it going to go? So I've hired a worker. Is it going to go up the outside? Because the other one's going up the outside, which means they're going to meet. Or because it's got skip lines on, if I do that now. Oh, no. So you've got to change it for each one. Hang on. So that wasn't showing skip lines. That's interesting. So you have to change it for each harvester. Okay. Where are you going to go now? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? Come on. Nope, it's going to do the same thing. So the other one's doing the outside row. Just curious. Will they meet? And then we're testing this out. We bought a second harvester because it was way cheaper than buying a brand new harvester that was bigger. Way cheaper. And combined, both of these harvesters, it comes in at 16,000 litres. Rather than if we got a much bigger harvester that cost way much, I think we were looking at 10,800 or something along those lines. Yes, it means we're running 2. Yes, it means we've got a situation like this because they're both now doing the outside strip. They're both saying skip lines. Or do I need to put the other one skip lines on 2 rather than 1? I don't know. What's going to happen when they meet? Will they just stop and then both of them will have their beacons flashing, or... can't quite work out. We go down to skip lines 2. Yeah, so maybe. Well, no, that one. So the first one's set on that, so it should skip every other line. Ah, right. But the problem is, because I've done the same thing with this one, it's showing the same lines. If you go skip lines 2, will that work? I don't know. Because it's still showing it needs to do the headlands. Unless I start with up and down. Should we try that? Let's see what happens. I don't know where it's going to go. This is just... why not? Like I say, we got 2. What's it going to do? The other one's going to do a second headland. Mind you, this is the second headland, which I turned off, didn't I? Yeah, start with up and down. No field detected for preview. Okay, that's helpful. Oh, I put work the headland, didn't I? Oh, well, let's see what happens now. See what happens when it's done this. When I'm using the other harvester for doing the red beet or the parsnip, this won't be a thing. Now, for all the people, Steve, that are watching and getting angry, don't get angry. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. If you know how to do this and you've been doing it and you've worked it, that's brilliant. That's great. Don't worry about it. Yep. Okay, let's do that. Go up to there, work that. Right. So now that shouldn't do the headlands, which is what the other one's doing. Blimey, okay. Should have done it in the first place. Let's see where this is going now. So you haven't completed your task. Don't be a buffoon. Where are you going now? Yeah, don't worry about the fields. Fine, go for it. Where? What? Why? I must find my friend. Where are you going? The question is, how much of this am I going to edit out? Probably most of it. I'd work the headland off. Where are you going? It's just following its friend, isn't it? It's just like, no, I need to be with someone. He's doing the same thing. I'll just go around again. These two are just going to drive round and round the outside of the field, aren't they? Please tell me he's picking this line to do. Come on, you can do it. If this one now coincides with the other one turning at the other end and saying, oh, I need to do this line now. Right, finally we're getting somewhere. You watch the other harvester. Oh, come on, you can't make this up. Yep, there it goes. More testing required. Oh, give me a break, really. Let's get you out of the way. I have to say, this is. I'm loving the GPS system. I think it's brilliant. The AI worker system I haven't had any problems with until this point, and now this is that. It's a little bit kind of. Whereas before you could just say like, you know what, I'm going to hire a worker to go up and down the direction that way. I'm going to hire another worker to do the other end of the field doing the same thing, and they'll meet in the middle, and you could set them off and off they'd go. This is a bit more convoluted, isn't it? I think. So the other one, which I'd skip in 2 lines and not doing the headlands, is not skipping lines. Look, that hasn't skipped a line. That's just turned around and gone straight back up the next row. So that's completely ignored this instruction. What is going on? Oh, whatever. I sort of tried. I sort of, you get to a point you think, oh, you know what, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered anymore. What's going on? Where are you going to go now? What are you going to... I must do the headlands. Where are the headlands? No, oh, hang on. It's just going to be interesting to see when it gets to the other end. Is it going to turn and come straight back down the road? Despite the instructions given. But at least they're doing different sides of the field now. You've got to laugh, otherwise you'll throw something at the telly, wouldn't you? Right, I'll see what happens now when it does the turn. I think I'm going to fertilise the field, then I'll plough it again. I don't want weeds coming up. Can't be doing weeds. Plus this needs ploughing because it had that patch that it missed, and the only way to get rid of those patches is to plough. So we'll do that. And then, what am I going to put in this one? Don't know. Yep, they've completely ignored the skip lines, they've completely ignored everything else, and just decided we're going to do our own thing. Okay, fair enough. Well, at least they won't meet until they get to the middle now, but they are both working, so that is the main thing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to here, and we are in the planting season, which overlaps with the harvesting season for canola, planting season for grass, planting season for oilseed radish. Oh. Poplar, and nothing else. Great, because all our planting seasons are way before, which we missed out on again, which means it's going to end up being barley or wheat. So when we go into September, unless I put canola back in it, which I don't really want to do. But we can do barley or wheat when we go into September. At least we'll have a crop in the ground. I can do all the prep on it. That's not a problem. Yields aren't too bad. I guess what I'll do next time is if I send one off to do the headlands first, and the other one turn headlands off, I can have one doing the inside while one does the outside maybe. I haven't had, we've got that sorghum contract. Maybe I'll take that on and try it with both. I don't know. I might do it off camera. Or I might do some testing on a different map. I don't know. But it is doing it. We'll unload this. We'll get the sorghum the canola put away. I said this when I had some canola from a previous contract. I thought I had a production that would do canola oil, and I haven't. I might just sell the canola. I'm not too sure at the moment. Because I have got some in storage, 11,000 litres already. Add all this to it. It's a bit of extra money, isn't it? Although that we're not short of money. What we will do as well, while we're here, just hoping that a used tractor will come up, one that's worth a few quid, you know? Haven't quite passed halfway. The other one had done more, so I'm assuming the other one's going to be full quicker. Or was this one? Oh, I can't remember. You know what? I think we'll stop there. If I'm switching header trailers, it doesn't matter too much. I was going to bring the trailer over and unload into the trailer, but in all honesty, we're right at the farm. We can just unload straight into the cider. Right. Then we will go and get on with this. Do we do red? It doesn't matter. Red beet or parsnip harvest first. Let's drop that there. Unload this. Well, like I say, at least it's done. We've got a nice big old plough now, so it'll take no time at all to get it done. Rain coming again. Started off with a bit of sunshine, but not so good for August, really. Right, I will see you at the red beet or parsnip field. Haven't quite decided which one. Let's go. I said in the last episode we're going to do some harvesting, and I think I'll do the mowing and well, again, we'll see time-wise. So, who's afraid of the big bad dwarf? This is a unit, proper unit. We're heading out to field 60 for the red beet harvest. Tractor and trailer is already out there. Did it pop up? I did the wood transport job because I had field 77, the one I did the ploughing contract on, that paid 16 grand. That popped up with stone removal for 12 grand. So I was like, yes please, but I had to clear the decks with one contract. So I did the wood transport contract and then took on the stone picking. So we've still got 3 on the go. Right, we need to open this up. We'll keep that the lights going just while we organise our thoughts. It's not too big a field, but it's still going to take a while. So, because I need to do that. What is going on with me today? There we go, that's better. Right, so, beacon's off, turn it on, drop that down. Let's get cracking. Now this is being delivered to the small farmer's kiosk at the farm. So a bit of a result. It's a bit of a trek from here to go, but this thing is a beast. That's the thing as well, isn't it? 3 metres. No, it's only 3 metres. 3 metres is a fair size. I'm not going to lie. And this is going to fill up quick. It's not a particularly big trailer either, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. Right, let's go a little bit further. Just thinking, it's always trying to work out the turning radius of these things, and what am I stuck on? It's weird. Just because it's going uphill? Seems a bit drastic. It's cool though. Yeah, we are going to do a few trips. I'm looking at this field now thinking, I've taken on more than I should have done. And I'm pretty sure the parsnip one pays out more, which does intimate to me that it's going to be a big field. Right, so raise that up. We'll go a bit further past this time, then twist. Like we did last summer. Down, go, bloop. Bleepage of the bloopage. That is... It's an interesting thing, isn't it? And look, I'm going the right way around the field. Do we have adjustment on that pipe at all? I don't know if we do we? Maybe not. Yeah, I might only get one harvest done in this episode. Potentially, especially if I want to go and get that grass done. Rain is due, but not until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, that's what the forecast is saying. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we should be alright there. We might not get the whole way around the field before we fill up. Potentially. Let's raise that up. Go a bit past. Swing it around. Drop her down. And away we go. What are we stopping for? Is this a header problem? Got on the lip of the field? That's a bit weird, isn't it? What just happened there? Okay, what's happening? It's all gone a bit weird. That's odd. Why would that not move? It was certainly caught somewhere. Do not. Okay. If that's got a... Oh, okay. So if that's got a occlusion on it, then we're in real trouble, but it didn't say. You know what, I'm going to stop there because we're almost full. Let's do our first unload of Le Beastie, right? Oh dear, I woke up early this morning as well. MrSealyp's in London today at work. So she gets up early to get the train into London. So I was awake and I thought, you know what? I'll get up, I'll crack straight on, get the Let's Play done nice and early today. Nope. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Can we? I mean, we are right on the limit there, aren't we? Are we not? Okay. Do I need to Engine's still running, isn't it? We got a trailer we can't unload into. That would be a bit weird, wouldn't it? What's going on? We're adjusting the height, aren't we? There we go, what's that? The height of the pipe. Just didn't quite like it. Phew! I was starting to panic then. Although, this trailer does not hold a huge amount. Well, guess what, ladies and gents? You're going to see me in a little while. I got some stuff to do. That's pouring out the bottom. Not sure why. Let's do this crazy thing. I'm on to the last few strips. It's taking a little while, but we're getting there. And I've also brought over the TARDIS trailer because I thought it's going to be easier than going backwards and forwards and doing loads and loads and loads and loads of trips. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Get it all done, get it all over. Hopefully we'll have some left over. Who knows? Right, it took a little while. It's 10:14. we are delivering here to the small kiosk. I am on grain door because I'm curious to see. We're not far off completing the contract, so I'm hoping we have some left over. We might not. Oh yes, we have. Oh, okay. Contract complete. The harvester has been moved up to the parsnip field. But the good thing with this is, red beet, if we put this in here, to our preserved food factory, and the rest will go into storage. Just there. Can't remember how much this holds actually. But we'll put in whatever it will take. It's probably going to be 24,000. Was that what the other things took, wasn't it? Oh, we had quite a lot, didn't we? That's a result. So potentially parsnip will have a load left over as well. Okay. I'm just pouring this into the ground. There we go. So we should be able to, under our preserved food factory, click on here, across to here, preserved food beetroot. And what is the recipe for that? We are 100 to 45, so yeah, we're losing a little bit again, but we should gain from selling. And then we've then got carrot and parsnip. I have got, let's get that switched on because why not? If we go to there, I don't want to complete that yet because I'll lose the equipment. But we have got, look at all these. That one there, I said that earlier, didn't I? That's for green beans, but that one's just come up for carrots as well. So if I did that one as well as the parsnip, we could have preserved beetroot, carrot and parsnip all being done out of preserved food factory. That's all worked out really well. I'm not taking on the wood transport contract yet, but anyway, the parsnip one I'm probably going to do off camera while this is all chugging away. Awesome. Let me just check on my greenhouses to make sure I haven't got any spring onions come up yet. No more. I'm going to have to put some more in here. I'm really worried about this. We need more. I've got to do some more logging because I've got about 50,000 litres of wood chip left, I think. How are we looking there? Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, doesn't hurt to check. Oh, I mustn't forget I've got a full wool pallet there as well to get rid of. So what I'm going to do now, put that into the silo, and I'm going to take the mowers to our field, and I'm going to mow. Then I'm going to, because we've got our windrower, that's round here that we bought and haven't used. Or we kind of did use it. That's there. But we're going to ted it, and then windrow it, and then that'll be our hayfield. So rather than, so we did that harvest. I mean, that was kind of a bit of a debacle. I mean, that needs to be now fertilised, ploughed, and prepped. Let's put the beetroot away, because if I go up to do the parsnips, it's the same harvester. I'm using the same harvester, the same trailer. We'll go up and do the parsnip field with the same sort of harvesting. But I did say I was going to get some hay done in this episode as well. So we've done a bit of harvesting, a bit of hay prep, all the grass. Oh, did I mention? Didn't mention? I said I collected all the grass up. Did I say how much I collected in the end? We had 45. Oh yeah, because I unloaded it, didn't I? Of course I did. So it'd be about 150,000 litres, I think it worked out at. So what we'll do, let's get this into the road, and I'll send this off up to the other field actually. We might as well get that going while we're doing some other stuff, and then I'll head out, mow the field. We need to lease a tedder, so we'll hop out of there. Let's go to that and that. Set destination. The harvester is already up there, so we're going to do that there and there. Don't know what route it's going to go. Go. Thank you. Hop the fence, grab the mowers. So I'm not going to have it on windrowing. I could do. We haven't got actually. Again, we're like I keep saying, the situation with regard to the stuff you would, the stuff you would normally do, the stuff you got used to doing on 22. As far as tedding and stuff like that went, on 22 we had some of those modded tedders, the ones that actually kept it in a tight windrow, so you could ted and keep it in a windrow. So you could do your mowing and windrow it, ted, which kept it in the windrow rather than spreading it all out, and then you just collected. There are probably people have probably worked out all different ways of boundary spreading system. Do I want that? I'm not too bothered about that actually. 8.9 meters. We'll lease that. 841. Yeah. Why not? Bit of a saMASZ thing going on at the moment, aren't we? I've lost my thread again. Doesn't matter. We'll get it all sorted. We'll get it all picked up. Yeah, so then hopefully parsnip. If it's anything like that one, and the field is bigger, so we potentially will have more left over. But sort of 26, 27, 28,000 litres, I really can't odds that at all. Because that's a bonus. That's going to go straight into our preserved food factory. That'll chug away, and on top of the contract we've made anyway, we're going to make money back. The preserved food factory is going to pay for itself in absolutely no time at all. So why not? Oh yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, I'm sure people have worked out all different clever ways of running mowers and setups where you can mow and windrow and ted and stuff at the same time. I've been looking at the various different options, and we haven't really got those triple mower setups yet. When we had the ultimate mowing and baling pack, which had the various different like rear hitches and connectors and things, so off the back of this, I could have been running this, mowing and tedding at the same time. We don't have any of that stuff yet, so yeah, it's just a case of getting on with what we got. Really sticking out into the road, that was a bit. So let's unfurl. Right, we've already taken the liberty of raising those, so they're not going to windrow. Let's drop that down. I mean, we have technically now, what are we up to? 390 grand. We could probably buy a larger tractor outright. I mean, this is a flat field, we shouldn't have too much of a problem here. Odd. Oh, it looked like it looked like some of it was hay and some of it was grass. I was trying to work out what was going on there. That's very strange. Yeah, it's still slow, isn't it? I do need a bigger tractor for doing my mowing stuff. Go over the rocky bits. Keep it right to the edge. Get all this done. I'll see in a minute when I'm doing, because I haven't done any tedding really, other than like I said, I did a hay contract a little while ago, but not on our own field. I have got some lodgepole pines round the side of this field as well, which at some point I'm going to get to, and I'm going to cut down and put those into wood piles. So next time we do some wood chipping, I'll lease the wood chipper again, and I'll have a load of trees all ready to go to throw through it. I'll probably run out and with a trailer and throw all the piles onto one trailer rather than take the wood chipper to the piles. I'll bring the piles to the wood chipper this time. Hit that there. Yeah, so I'll come out and we'll do the tedding, and then I'll windrow it back up again, and that at least will be our hay done. I just want to make sure I've got plenty of stuff for doing total mix ration. We've got plenty of grass, we're making plenty of silage, I've got straw stored. The one thing we haven't got a huge amount of is hay, and if I was just going to stick with a hay and silage mix and not put any straw with it, I do need a lot more hay, so it makes sense doing it on this field. And the fact I left it to grow to its fullest height this time. But again, when I did my testing, the weird thing was between the previous growth stage and this final growth stage, I had very little difference in yield. I thought it would be huge, that you'd get way more yield if you left it to fully grow, but it really wasn't much. Certainly not as much as I thought it should be or hoped it would be. Anyway, let's see you in time doing the hay. Then I've got what time is it now? Yeah, okay. So I thought that parsnip harvesting is going to take a while. Don't know what the situation is going to be with regard to mods today. Who knows? If there are going to be any. If there are, how many? Just no idea till it happens. Done it again. Yep, definitely the bigger tractor. The mowing's done. I took the mowers back, bought the windrower back. It's a bit of a saMASZ day today, isn't it? We got it all. Did I say that already? Probably. saMASZ for the win. That's windrow. Not windrow, Ted even. Then we'll windrow. Then I'll collect it. That'll all go into the silo, and like I say, that'll be perfect. Then we'll have a load more for Top Mix ration. So what I wanted this field for, our silage production is well underway, and we've got plenty in there for that. But this I wanted for hay. To go all the way up here in the end, actually. My worry is if I go out onto the road like that, will my windrower pick it up? Don't know, but we'll find out. And if it won't, it won't. Can't do much about it if it doesn't. Probably could do with this is where a train comes hooning across and just catapults me. Copy. Should have been looking that way, shouldn't I? I still keep meaning to do a little blooper reel, and every time something happens I keep forgetting. I have had a couple of occasions where I've been doing something and I'll cross a crossing as it literally starts to go. I've had some pretty near misses, close shaves, whichever you want to use. Am I getting all the grass? I'm not sure I am, but I think I am. I probably should put a load of those onto a blooper reel. Yeah, we're looking alright actually. Excellent stuff. Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I wasn't anticipating taking on the parsnip harvest. I know I'd done the red beet one. I said the parsnip one was there. Obviously, there's the carrot one there as well now. And I took on the stone picking one, which wasn't there when I originally said about this episode. But the things I wanted to do in this episode was the canola harvest, was finishing off the mowing on all of our little bits of agroforestry and getting all that cleaned up, which I've done. And getting the red beet harvest done, which I've done. So I'll be honest, I've ticked the boxes I needed to and wanted to. I'm not necessarily going to collect this in this episode. I just wanted to, like I say, do a bit of tedding because I haven't done any for myself. So and I'll see you in a moment when I start to I'll probably turn the beacons off now. No, I'm not by the road. I did find though it got worse. It's interesting, you don't think when you're laying out the grass like this how much, I mean, like I say, we're bouncing quite a lot over the grass, which you never used to feel any drag. If you were cutting grass on previous versions, you might get a bump, but I never felt like the tractor was being impeded. FS25 I definitely do. And with those mowers, because they didn't have a lot of horsepower, not enough horsepower to run both those sets of mowers, once I started hitting the bumps of grass that's already cut, I got really bogged down. So we are definitely going to need something with a bit more for more mowing. We have got the class, I know. Obviously that's not necessarily going to work because it's got a front 3-point link for the mower setup we've got, and it didn't work with the mower we had before either. So I'm thinking maybe a Valtra or something like that, possibly. Don't know. Missed a bit. Well, just a little bit. Right, so when this is done, and I'll get the windrowing sorted. And that's all picked up. We're on to neeps. I'll get the neeps done. With the windrower unfurled, I've just been thinking about, like I said, I need to sort out a grassland roller, which I'm going to lease. I might buy one actually, I don't know, for rolling when it's just all collected and on the grass we've already done, so we can get our second fertilising state without actually having to put any fertiliser down. And also I think I'm going to do a bit more fiddling around with regards, like I said, oh, I'm going to knock the sign down, aren't I? Yep. With regard to running 2 harvesters, it just needs some finessing, just fiddling around with the different settings. And it's a case of, because when I'm doing it like I'm doing now, where it's on my farm and I'm doing my Let's Play and talking while I'm doing it and that kind of stuff, what I need to do is just have a field where it doesn't matter, you know, where it is a test field, and I can just fiddle around and see what it does and make some changes and see what happens and just do a bit of, yeah. Oh, that's right, we are getting off the road as well, we are good. Yeah, so I've got a few things to do, and like I say, we've got a bit of work to do off camera now. So when I see you next, what's next on the agenda? Not too sure actually, I'm trying to think, what do we need to do now? We've been prepping our new field. Oh, yes, I keep forgetting to go and check on our olives. Need to check on our olive grove. And then potentially, like I say, another large tractor. Not sure if I'm regretting having bought the class or not yet, but what am I caught on? Any bits I miss, I'll tidy up, it's not a problem. So yeah, I think this is where I will leave you. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, thanks for watching.